come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm. I bet I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Hey, I can make time travel a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue, I'm making pigs fly. Now I move mountains. I would have beaten the heart of a crash test dummy. I'm more so astounded. Yeah. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I do the impossible, impossible.
Now, the good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. The ball on the tee, we're set for football, and off we go from Soldier Field. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback.
Unlock line.
They'll run with Snell to begin the drive. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Come on.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Nice play on the football, and while it was tipped in the air, it made everyone a little bit anxious before falling to the ground. You just know defensive players are taught to knock the ball to the ground. But early in games, emotions come into play. Nerves come into play. And despite the training, the ball was tipped up. Fortunately for them, they didn't pay for that error.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. They'll look to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Bayless Jones now from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. Just shy of the 30. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on 3rd down. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he will have the Bears' first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. The Bears at a woeful 1-12 on the year. And they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare. Come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there.
Third down. Back to throw. Fields. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
And the Eagles are going to have it first and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Snell is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where do they go?
Anywhere and everywhere, but they have to do it with a plan. And I think about Atlanta a bunch of years ago. They decided they wanted to get what they thought was going to be a franchise quarterback, and indeed he is, Matt Ryan. But they had to supplement it. They went free agency, got a running back, came back and traded back into the first round in the same draft to get a left tackle to protect him. Really supplemented that pick, complemented that pick, and went to the playoffs the very next year.
Well, maybe they can use that and carbon copy it. On second down, Montgomery. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Four yards the pickup, first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
And that one on the rookie, Charles, maybe a little too overeager.
You know how many times about the quarterback having to have a clock in his head and make sure the ball gets away before the rush gets there? When you're a pass rusher, you have to know when the ball is gone and make sure you don't hit the quarterback afterwards. I know he was trying to make a play, but that time he ends up drawing the flag.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Fields now to throw.
He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come back and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Off-play action, Fields.
And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have cut it back within a score. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
2nd and 9 now. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. They'll drop the throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
And some room to maneuver. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They're going to look to throw. That's to his running back, Gainwell. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 2nd and 2. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown.
Come on, come on. Hey. Pass on, lady. 60 by 6, 60 by 6.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. The 40. The 20. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Santos with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Ready, set.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they try.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A big play there just before halftime. 71 yards. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Back to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Bears are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on first and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on fourth down. The first three, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. First and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half, because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Play action. It's Fields. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. A heck of an effort there on the scramble. Leaves him with just 3rd and a yard.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Brett Kern now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Starting the drive with Snell. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 60 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
They'll go with Snell here on 1st down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
2nd down. Again, they defer to Snell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw here. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it second down. They run straight ahead with Snell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. What a play there by Fletcher Cox to get in and knock him down behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13, Fields. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
Yep, as a result, knocks it down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down. A nice, consistent game.
Now a give here to Snell. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Let's go.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go option to the short side. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one, and that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
Partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks. When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On the handoff, it's Snell. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Benny Snell with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Eagles are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Fields throw complete here to Kmet. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly.
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
And it's picked up by the Eagles. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 50. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Elliott on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line.
In there to drop him for the loss, linebacker Nakobe Dean, an outstanding play.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page, because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
To throw is Fields.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Here we go.
Fourth down. Fields has to have this one.
And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. Snell on the shotgun handoff.
135 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they take a knee.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Eagles, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Chicago, the rough season continues as they plunge to 1-13. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.
for me, who could be against me? I guess all the that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm confused.